WCW World Tour for the Nintendo 64. This game changed my entire perspective on pro wrestling. And as a kid, like most kids, we were all WWF fans. And probably late elementary school when I was kind of watching WWF again, you know, and getting back into it, I remember watching WCW and being like, this is just a joke. This game, like, what the hell? Like, WCW sucks. And I remember just seeing guys like Booker T and like, this guy's a joke. And then I remember going over to my friend's house and they put in this game and I was like, oh man, WCW World Tour looks kind of cool. And I was playing it and I was instantly hooked. The system, the whole grappling system in this game was just so simple. It just kind of slap away their hands, attack them, or, you know, grapple them. Like, it was just psyching out your opponent. And not only that, all the moves were just so cool. All the wrestlers were so cool in this. And I was like, wait a second, maybe WCW is good. Why did I think that was a joke? And then, you know, well, most people probably do think WCW is a joke, but not to me. I thought WCW was sick. After playing this game, I was like, man, I realized there was a bunch of guys that went there. And it was just like, wait, Hogan's there? What's going on? Obviously, you got there way before. I found that out later. But remember, this is back in the day when there's no internet. There's no, you know, you got to go out and seek this stuff yourself. And you got to really go pursue it to understand what it was all about. So I got into WCW, and I remember playing this game with my friends and just going crazy. I would borrow it, and I would just study all the moves, start learning pro wrestling, and then I started watching Nitro, and I got hooked. And I would just learn all the moves. I wanted to do it myself. Eventually, me and my friends, we started doing backyard wrestling, and that took it to the next level. And I just really got into it, and I really loved using Ultimo Dragon. And I was just trying to work out, because I was like not as big at the time. I was kind of going through a growth spurt, and I was like, man, you know, I got to get a bit stronger, got to get bigger. And it was always wanted to be like Stinger as well. I remember I was growing out my hair too, backyard wrestling, just trying to get like Stinger, trying to get like masked luchas. I loved masked guys. It was just a cool time. And I remember when this game came out, WCW versus NWO Revenge. This game kind of even just set it off even more. I remember when Wolfpack came out, like, man, everything was just changing in WCW. And it was just crazy. I remember I was kind of disappointed Sting went to NWO, this and that, you know, because he was mortal enemies with Hogan, and it kind of sucked, but, you know, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, you know, the two factions. A lot of people were like, oh, it's kind of stupid, but you know what? I thought it was kind of cool at the time. And just before this game came out, I remember Warrior came to WCW. Like, whoa, Ultimate Warrior's coming back? I haven't seen this guy, like, for ages. And so, Warrior came back, and I was hoping he was going to be in this game, but he wasn't. And I was, like, I kind of knew that he wasn't going to be in, just because I knew the game was coming out very soon. And I remember I would dream about this game, like, what is it going to be? And, you know, I remember seeing ads for it, and it's like, oh, over 60 wrestlers, or over 70 over 80, like, make up your mind, like, how many wrestlers are going to be in this game? I just remember seeing those ads. And I guess they just didn't really know until the game was actually going to be coming out. And to this day, man, I wish they had like a Blockbuster exclusive for that game, like some kind of expansion that they did, like with Sculptor's Cut. You know, maybe, you know, have Ultimate Warrior in it, you know, Ric Flair, Wrath, all these guys that they didn't have that I was hoping to be in it. And looking back, maybe new costumes, all that kind of stuff. But man, WCW changed my life. I started getting back into WCW, like to the older stuff, seeing the history, seeing the Beach Boys Sting, seeing guys like Vader, seeing, you know, the old, like Hogan when he first came into WCW, watching Flair moments. There's so many great WCW moments back in the day. And WCW, too bad that they didn't get the same AKI license. Sorry, I was getting a little bit carried away. I want to talk about so much WCW. So, you know, at some point we're going to continue with more wrestling. I'm probably going to do wrestling reviews and wrestling stuff, related stuff, all WCW, even maybe some old WWF. But mostly covering WCW, because that's what I'm all about. And I want to be just like Hogan. I want to be just like Sting. I want to be like Ultimo. I want to be like Rey Mysterio. And soon, one of these days, it's going to happen. It's too bad that they got bought out, though, from the WWF. I wonder if WCW would still be around. I doubt it. Pretty much TNA nowadays, but hey, oh well. The only thing we can do is relive these WCW moments. And we got to reclaim WCW as World Championship Wrestling. Not Woman Crush Wednesdays.